Good morning. My name is Alun Dombia Samba, and I have the great honor of having been asked to pay a tribute to a mentor and friend in the credit union movement, Mr. Albert Bertie Morris, on behalf of COK Sodality Credit Union and the wider credit union movement. Bertie took the idea of credit unionism to heart with a fervor reminiscent of the early credit union partners, as he was convinced that this was the vehicle which would be able to transform the lives of Jamaicans. Not only was he satisfied to be the founder of one credit union as its place of employment, Jamaica Public Service Company, but he felt that the movement needed to be opened to more persons, those who were not employed in companies which could house a credit union, but those who were unemployed or self-employed. The idea of a credit union for self-employed and others was his, and he proceeded to lobby for a community bond credit union. He felt that those persons needed a financial institution that would seek to help them with financial empowerment, to enable them to own their own homes, to own a motor vehicle, and of course, to save for these acquisitions. He felt that the idea of people helping people was the greatest gift that the credit union could give, especially for those who were not formally employed. Together with Mr. Algie Dale and Mrs. Vinette Foster, they scouted their families and friends and colleagues and presented the idea to the Registrar of Cooperative Societies, with well over 40 persons who were interested in joining an open bond credit union within the city of Kingston. At first, the registrar refused to register the credit union, claiming that they needed what was called a preeminent bond between all the persons. Remember, I said that credit unions at that time were mainly for persons who worked with a firm that could house the credit union, and also for persons who were members of a church. They sought the intervention of Mr. Stanley Moore, who was then the director of the Credit Union League, the parent body, which we know as the Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union League. And together, they came up with the notion of persons living and working in the city of Kingston. City of Kingston Cooperative Credit Union was registered on October 26, 1967, and had its first annual general meeting on November 24, 1967, and within the mandatory period had their first board of directors meeting and the first supervisory committee meeting and the first credit committee meeting. Of course, Bertie was elected the president, and he served in that capacity from 1967 to 1979, and as president from 1985, as vice president from 1985 to 2009. So he was involved in COK, which later became COK Sodality Cooperative Credit Union, for 42 years. When COK was started, it had 13 members. And when Bertie left the credit union, it had over 250,000 members. I can't speak to you without talking about my personal relationship with Bertie. But probably that is for another time when I can sit down with Margaret and his children and tell them about it. They know. Margaret knows some of it. Bertie was a mentor to me. Bertie spoke passionately always about credit union and what the credit union movement in Jamaica can do for ordinary people. And he spent his life as much as he can in putting forward the notion of people helping people. And we are reaping the benefits as a movement of Bertie's vision, because after COK, every single parish gained a parish credit union. We will miss Bertie. In his last years, I went to visit him several times. And whenever he could speak, he would always ask, "So how's COK doing?" We owe it to him to ensure that this movement, which he loved so well and which he spent so much of his years helping to build, continues and prospers. Thank you all very much.